At a creature effects workshop in Hollywood, California, something has escaped. This animatronic abomination is a danger to anyone in its path. The only way to stop it wreaking havoc in the city, to distract it with movie news, discussion, and reviews. Moviesaurus Rex!
Welcome to the Moviesaurus Rex Podcast with your host, Hooch.
And Tom.
And Tom.
We do it,
I think I've got to just do it all the time now.
Yeah.
Introducing special guest, Brian Blessed.
Hello!
Why are you doing that? Why?
Good to be here, Hooch. You've been wanting to do that for a while, haven't you?
I just thought this morning, I was like, I want to do Brian Blessed.
Gordon's alive!
Sorry about that. Sorry you all had to listen to that because it's staying in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is a movie talking news episode.
Another one.
For
your ears.
And we'll start off as we usually start off with what we've seen recently.
You go first because I can't remember what I've seen.
Brilliant. I'll go first.
No,
then.
we talk about it earlier on. What have I seen?
Well, I'll prompt you when we get to it.
Okay.
I'll go first because I've got 3 things on this list.
All right, good.
So recently I saw for the first time Looper. Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, directed by Rian Johnson, who's doing episode 8 of Star Wars. Have you seen it?
Yeah, got it at home.
I was quite impressed.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I heard it was great, but like,
You not see it at the cinema?
no, I didn't. No, I just sort of stayed away from it for a while. I wanted to watch it for a very long time, but I need to be in the mood to watch certain things, and it was just on the other day. And I thought, fuck it, I'll watch it. Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. I mean, it makes no sense because the time travel thing just sort of. It doesn't make sense, does it? When you really think about it. But like they say in the film, don't think about it.
Yeah, there's a line, isn't there?
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, what if this happens? And then Bruce Willis is like, just don't worry about it. Like, just stop talking about it. You know, like,
it's not the point of the film, really.
It isn't, no. And like, because they don't worry about it, that means we can have this story. And it's a good story. And there's like telekinesis in there as well, which I didn't realise.
Yeah, the kid is like the point.
Yeah,
like the main thing of the film, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's got powers.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the deal with the future? I can't remember exactly. Is it like a dystopian, like future that they're coming from?
So
can't quite remember what
spoilers. The idea is that this kid grows up with his telekinetic powers, and he's going around killing loopers. He's like closing everyone's loop, basically. I don't know why. I can't remember why.
Well, they're employed by like the mafia and things like that. Loopers, aren't they? Because
So
they're part of the criminal underworld, I guess. So I don't know.
Maybe he's doing it because it was loopers that tried to kill him in the past. If that makes sense.
Which is what the film is.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending loop that no one will ever understand.
Yeah, again, which they sort of like touch on, like the fact that it is a sort of cycle, and that's why Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, I realised it's a cycle.
Yeah.
This is going to happen again and again unless I break the chain, and that's why he does what he does at the end of the film.
Yeah.
I was kind of down on the decision to have Rian Johnson do a Star Wars film because I was like, this is time travel. Why? Fuck about. I'm still worried that he's going to like add time travel to the Star Wars mythos somehow. I don't know, to retcon something. But after watching this and telekinesis, is like, oh, the Force. Like,
I suppose
you can see because it's basically the Force, isn't it? Like what he's using.
I don't think he'll do time travel though.
I hope not, because like we said in the last episode, like we just want to go forward.
Yeah,
we don't want to worry about what happened previously and all that bullshit. There's no need to do the time travel thing, to be fair.
No, you're talking shit, Hooch.
I'm talking shit. So now that I've seen this, I can be like, oh, yeah, I kind of get it.
Yeah,
I can see why he's been given this job. I mean, it's probably not just based on this film. I'm sure he had a great pitch for it or some good ideas, but it doesn't seem a stranger choice now that I've seen this.
No.
I think he kind of secretly wants to do a Terminator film as well, because obviously you've got the time travel, you've got the...
You want him to make a Terminator film now?
I feel like he'd probably do it like if they offered it to him, you know.
Yeah. We've discussed this.
I know.
And no one wants Terminator.
Well, you think no one does. I mean, I obviously want one, but it ain't happening, is it? Really?
No,
not for a while. But yeah, Looper. You've seen it, so what would you give it out of 10?
I really enjoyed it. I think probably an 8.
8 point. Because you can't just do round numbers anymore, can you?
I can't be asked to do points anymore. It's too much.
Oh, good. I'm glad we've got out
Yeah,
of
that was just a one
phase.
episode thing.
Yeah, okay.
No, I really like. I think the action was really good in it.
I was actually surprised with how...
There's quite a lot of action to it.
Yeah, I like all the sort of like stuff before the time travel really gets explored. Before he meets his future self and it's dealing with his friend who fucked up and didn't kill their loop and all the rest of it. Great bit when the old version of his friend is trying to get back to the address that's given to him on his wrist, and then like they're hacking bits of his younger self off and bits of him are fading away, like the bits of the older version.
Yeah.
You know, like he looks at his hand and then suddenly he's only got 2 fingers, and then he's like scrambling to get to the location, and then like his legs are chopped off, so he's starting to like crawl and he's you know, brilliant. Good ideas. Again, doesn't make any fucking sense if you really look into it, time travel wise, but we're not going to worry about that.
I think is it Jeff Daniels in it?
Yeah, Jeff Daniels.
Quite a good baddie.
Yeah.
He's like a mob boss or something. He's the one that employs the loopers.
Exactly. Yeah. And they like did some prosthetic stuff on Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
They gave him Bruce's nose, didn't they?
Yeah, to make him look like...
I didn't notice it, to be honest.
I mean,
he didn't look like Bruce. Doesn't matter.
You don't think he looked like Bruce?
Nah, not really.
No?
Didn't matter to me, though.
Fair
I knew
enough.
they were the same thing. Like, it wouldn't have bothered if they didn't even put prosthetics on for me, to be fair.
Yeah. I thought it was... Before I saw the film, like the way that it was marketed, I thought it was going to be like a buddy cop sort of thing, where like he and his future self are going to like fight together to. But it wasn't. It was like Bruce Willis is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like,
And they've got they're fighting each other, aren't they? They have that shootout and everything, didn't they?
I thought it'd be a bit of that at the beginning, and then they sort of like pally up. But no, it's actually like his future self is the enemy.
Yeah. And who's the bird in it?
Emily Blunt, who
She's alright, isn't she?
I mean, I think it was episode 1 we talked about her, and it was like flavour of the month. I still feel like she's in too much.
I meant to look at, but
she's in too much stuff. I don't know. I just think there's other actresses out there that can
she was alright,
do these roles. She's okay, yeah. She's not terrible.
No.
But just, I don't know. Just call someone else, you know? Just stop using Emily Blunt and everything. Don't think she should be Captain Marvel. I'm putting that out there right now.
Is that what they're saying?
People are like petitioning for it or whatever. I think it should be Charlize Theron, personally.
She's too old, though.
Yeah, but you make the character older. It'd be nice to have that sort of older female dynamic in there.
Yeah.
Someone that's been around for a while, doing their business, you know? I'd like to see her go toe-to-toe with Robert Downey Jr. I think that'd be cool.
What, Captain Marvel against?
Maybe not against, but like, you know, just in like a heated debate or something.
Cool,
I think that'd be cool to watch. Yeah. Because she's like, I think she's quite tall as well.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s fucking tiny.
Yeah, so she would like tower over them all, and she'd just be like...
He wears heels, doesn't he?
What?
Downey Jr. wears like heels.
Does he?
Yeah, like, not stilettos, but like cowboy boots, say, with like those big old heels.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you Google it, you'll see loads of pictures.
I'll Google it later. Yeah, I'll give it a solid like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
It's good.
I need to watch
action film.
Yeah, I need to watch it again because I haven't seen it for a few years. It's been out for a while now, I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember anything like.
I enjoyed it though. I thought it was a good. It wasn't like one of those action films where you're just like, oh, this was boring. Like,
it was actually Bruce in a good film again.
Yeah,
because he'd done a lot of like
did a lot of shit,
middle of the road sort of action stuff, didn't he?
And I'm surprised he hasn't done a lot of decent stuff since. Really, I thought this would be like.
He hasn't been in much since, has he?
Nah, he's been very quiet.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just busy with other stuff.
Maybe he's bored of making shit.
Probably got enough money, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Did Die Hard 5 though, so
never saw that one.
I haven't seen it. Not gonna bother. Yeah. Your next film. Sorry, I'm really not on the ball today.
Well, yeah,
I'm always so on the ball, but I think it's just because we've just eaten, and now I'm just like, I want to go to bed now. What film? Oh, you was going to talk about Alien, yeah?
Oh yeah, because I watched that again, and we've obviously not spoken about Alien before. Yeah, no, I watched it with my girlfriend because get a bit of a plug going on, but she listened to our Alien episode. Download it if you want.
No, not if you want. Just download it. Even if you don't want to listen to it, just download it. Boost our numbers, please. You know. And then if you want to So if you like the Alien episode and you want to hear more, become a patron, and then you can get like the 3.5 hour version of that episode where we talk about all the Alien films.
It's true.
And then we pitch our own Alien films.
It's gold. All that stuff in that episode is worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So why wouldn't you? You know, buy our fucking t-shirts and become a patron because we're so fucking poor.
We're eating cat.
You listen to these microphones. Do you think we've got money? We ain't got fucking money. We've still got socks on our microphones. I thought by now we'd be able to like afford a mic stand, but obviously not.
I didn't, to be fair. Anyway, I watched Alien.
Yep.
With the missus.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say why I liked it because we already know that. Because I loved it.
Which is great.
But she watched it because she obviously saw how much or heard how much I liked it. So I thought I'll watch it
because of our podcast.
Yeah, now she probably realises maybe he does like Alien more than he likes me, which is fair. She should know that.
Yeah, fair point. And now she's going to listen to this episode and she's going to know
cut my dick off. No, she's alright. But no, obviously, she liked it. But the good thing with her, watching it with her, she didn't know anything. She didn't know like the chest burster.
I wish I was like that. I wish I didn't know
I envy that because she saw it going in blind.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing to have.
And even when I saw it for the first time, I already knew about the chest burster thing. Like, I think we touched on it in that episode. But I bet it's great for someone who doesn't know anything about it, like going in very envious.
Yeah, for sure. But and then I played Alien Isolation actually. Just I'm gonna go off a tangent.
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Because it's kind of the sequel, in a way.
It's basically Alien 1.5.
Yeah.
Slots right between Alien 1 and Alien 2.
Well, is it in between?
Because you play as her daughter.
And she dies. And
yeah, exactly. So it is basically the sequel to the first film.
Because I started it again. Because I completed it last night.
You completed it?
Yeah, you know what I said I gave up and didn't play it?
Yeah.
I was literally on like the second to last mission. And I only stopped.
You didn't start again from the beginning?
No.
You just carried on from where you was?
I only stopped playing because I got stuck.
And you actually finished it yesterday?
And I finished it last night.
Oh, shit.
And then this morning I put it on again just to kind of like, I don't know, I want to play it again because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But apparently it's set 50 years.
Yeah, it is.
Which I didn't really know a timescale, so it is in between Aliens, isn't it?
I played it when it came out, and I think I got like 4 or 5 hours in, and I think I just stopped playing it to do something else, and then never got back to it. I didn't get fucking scared. Look,
to be fair, I'd jump like a little girl playing that. It
is a really scary game, even though you know what an alien is and you've seen it in every angle in all the films and all the rest of it. It's very different when you're playing it and it's like chasing you and
definitely.
you
trying to get into some hiding spot. Yeah,
I'd say it's one of the best movie games, really. Like one of the best games based on a movie.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I've got Mad Max to play. I haven't tried that, but
I've heard that's good.
Yeah,
but Alien Isolation, great game. I mean, we're not a games podcast, but we do talk about games every now and then.
We do throw them in a little bit.
Yeah,
especially when they're related to films.
So, does your girlfriend now want to go watch Aliens?
We are going to watch Aliens. I've warned her about Alien 3 and Resurrection.
Yeah.
Told her they're not the best ones, but
that's fine.
She's seen Prometheus.
She's seen it?
Yeah, she saw that when that came out. So she doesn't have...
So what did she think about that?
I think she liked Prometheus, but she didn't have the context in her mind of what...
She liked it, even though she hadn't seen Alien.
Which I think is fair, because a lot of people probably have seen Prometheus as their first film and probably didn't put together the connections to Alien. But to be honest, I've seen Prometheus and Alien, and I don't really understand why they tried to connect Prometheus to it, but...
They didn't try to connect Prometheus to it, Tom. It is connected to it.
Well, it is, but it isn't. It is. In a way.
It really is.
I don't know, I just think they should have gone all out, connect it, or don't. And there's somewhere in the middle, isn't there?
You was away when this happened, and we recorded the Alien episode before this became fact, but Prometheus 2 is now called Alien Covenant.
I know.
So it is a sequel to Prometheus, and it's going to become a prequel to Alien.
It better be more of an Alien sequel, prequel, threequel, whatever the fuck it is.
It's called Alien.
It better be, though.
And the rumour is there are proper xenomorphs in it.
Good. Because the original script for Prometheus had xenomorphs in it. And that twat rewrote it and did whatever the fuck he did to it. And Prometheus was the end result.
This new one, Alien Covenant, is going to be the first of a 3-film trilogy.
Of course it is. And I guess we're going to have prequels in between releases and...
No, don't be ridiculous. Look, if they do it...
Prometheus. Oh, it was a bad fart.
That was a bad fart. That just sounded like you hit your microphone on something.
Yeah, the second one was better. I just did another one. I did fart though. That's what I think of Prometheus.
Yeah. No.
Bunch of farts.
You want to hear what I think about Prometheus? You're going to have to pay up. You're going to have to become a patron. Look, all I'm saying is $1, yeah?
I think you should bet your sales pitch would be better if you did it in like an impression.
What is $1, you know? And then what is $1 converted to English money? That's like 75 pence, if that, you know? What's 75 pence for access to 3.5 hours worth of extra content?
And you're getting like little snippets of it now in this episode for free. So really, you owe us. Stop being cheapskates.
And you know, we're gonna make more Patreon stuff later. It's not like it's one and done. You're gonna get no. Sorry, Tom. I've got to put that on you. We're gonna have to start making some extra content just for the Patreon. But I'm not gonna do it until we have one Patreon because you know, we could do 1,000 episodes and put it on there and still get no patrons. So
it's true.
We'll wait until we've got one Patron, and then we'll know that whatever we make is at least going to that one person. And that's all I need.
Someone out there's loving it.
That's all I need. One person to commit and be like, "Hey, we like what you're doing," and then I'll be like, "You know what? We appreciate that. We'll make some more content for you." Simple.
All right, stop banging on now.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, you've said you're just saying 3 times now.
That's my piece. But yeah, Alien Covenant. I would reserve judgment until you've watched it because it's.
Oh no, I'm excited for more Alien films. I just hope it's more Alien related than Prometheus was.
So once they've done Alien Covenant and maybe the 2 other films that are meant to be coming after that.
Wait, so 2 others, not a trilogy including Prometheus?
No, so it's a trilogy starting with Alien Covenant.
Fucking hell.
So it's going to be 4 prequel films in total. But once they're done and they bridge the gap between Prometheus and Alien, is it going to make Prometheus better in your mind? Because
possibly, depends how they do it.
Because it will actually be connected.
Yeah, I mean, if yeah, definitely.
Shut up then.
Moving on.
I watched the other evening on a complete whim. I've seen it loads of times, but not in a while. I watched Fargo. Coen Brothers. Fargo.
I like Fargo.
I love the TV show.
Not seen it. Shush.
Fantastic show. Very small connection to the actual film. You don't.
It's just a suitcase, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I've read.
And I forgot, and I didn't realise when I was watching the TV show, so it didn't even matter. I didn't even think it was connected at all.
Yeah.
But when I watched the film again, I was like, oh yeah, shit, it's that suitcase.
Yeah.
And you never went back to get it. Yeah. So yeah, the TV show and the film are connected, but you don't need to see the film to see the TV show. You don't need to see the TV show to see the film.
Yeah.
So they're completely sort of separate in that way. But the film is fantastic. You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think we watched it at university when we.
No.
No?
I watched it like fairly recently, actually, like on Film 4 one night. It was just on when I was up. I didn't watch it like throughout uni, so
it's great.
Stop making stuff up.
Sorry, I watched it at university.
Maybe I didn't like you then.
Do you remember? No, I'm sure you didn't. You remember those lessons that we had, and you'd have to go in at like fucking 9 o'clock in the morning and watch a really depressing film, and then you've got like our old lecturer Paul like talking about it at the end of it. Fargo was one of the morning movies, so maybe
skip that one.
A lot of people did skip the morning.
A lot of it, yeah,
because it cut into their sleeping time, didn't it? Really,
definitely.
To be fair, most people that did go to the lesson ended up sleeping during the films anyway.
The worst one we watched, I don't know if it was this class or another, that French film where there was no dialogue, and this bloke's following around some girl in a dress, all around.
Breathless.
Is it Breathless?
By
I don't know. I can't remember. It was fucking shit.
Jean-Luc Godard or something? I don't know. It was shit anyway.
Probably wasn't. You just reminded me of another film.
Proper film buffs will be like, oh, Breathless, a piece of cinematic history.
Yeah, not us, mate.
No, it was crap. I'm sorry.
You just reminded me of another film I watched recently, which I'll get to.
Okay. You can get to it now if you want. I don't know.
Well, you were talking about one though, weren't you? Fargo.
Oh yeah, sorry, Fargo. Yeah. I mean, I've talked about it. Really. I just liked it.
I love it. I do.
And it's one of those ones where, like, every time I watch it, I discover something new about it. I really like the dynamic between Steve Buscemi and Peter Stormare's character. I never really sort of appreciated it when I watched it before, but this time I'm sort of like I'm a bit more analytical with my thinking, and I was like really sort of like looking into it, and yeah, I like it. I think the accents are going to be what people remember it for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
Eh? Yeah.
They sound like Canadians, but they're not.
They're not Canadian. How far away is Fargo from... I feel like it might be near... I'm probably wrong, but I feel like it's near Canada.
You know what? I met a lot of Canadians while I was travelling.
Yeah.
And none of them say a boot.
A boot.
Well, and I always ask them. Why is that a thing?
Maybe they avoided the word completely.
No, they a lot of them say a, so they go
A.
Oh, like one guy I met, he lost his bottle of vodka. Where's my bottle of vodka? He always was walking around like, oh, my vodka, and he sounded Canadian. But then they don't say a boot. I want to know why.
They don't in Trailer Park Boys, do they? They don't say things like that.
I don't know. They might do.
Julian.
I knew it was coming.
It's the fucking Sam Scratch, Julian.
I think we should get some Canadians to tweet us and say where did the boot thing come from. Because
Yeah.
it could have been South Park.
I think it was South Park. I think South Park started it.
Yeah.
Blame Canada. We already offended people in our previous episodes. Let's not offend the Canadians.
I'm not offending them.
Canada.
I like Canadians. Yeah. Good old Canada.
That's Fargo. Yeah, I'll give it.
Done.
I'll give it a good 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Actually, fuck it, 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong about it.
10 out of 10, eh?
There's nothing wrong with Fargo, eh? Oh yeah, good film, yeah. What you got for me? What you got now? You wanted me to remind you about something.
Yeah,
I've
I
forgotten.
can't remember the name of the film. But
Brilliant.
I'm going to give you some clues.
Right, you'll know it when I say it, though. I assume.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it.
You're going to really test my.
Jean Reno.
Yeah.
If I give, I don't want.
The artist?
No. What is he in that?
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Leon.
That's it. It's Leon.
Professional. Leon the Professional.
Leon the Professional.
I've never seen it.
It's actually really good. Like, it's one of those films that a lot of people have like, oh, you have not seen.
That's the reaction I get when I tell people that I've not seen it.
Yeah, like my old boss was.
How
like
good
that.
can it be though? Because it's like 90s action and.
It's good. It's definitely got a weird vibe to it though, because Natalie Portman's like young in it, and Jean Reno is like, I don't know, 40, 50 in it, and he kind of like
has a thing for her, does he?
It seems that way. There's a lot of there's like a shot that kind of lingers on him, like looking at her a little bit, and it's like, ooh, that's a bit weird. Like it's kind of innocent because if you watch it in the end, I won't spoil it because it is worth watching.
What's the
like
guy?
He saves her, and like he saves her.
You looked really like tearful when you just said that. I'm looking over at you, and you're like. It's hard to convey on an audio medium.
Such a beautiful film.
Look at my face when I say this, right? And he saved her.
He does though. He saves her, and I'm crying now because you made me laugh. It's not actual tears. No, Gary Oldman's in it, and he's a bit of a. He's quite a good baddie.
He's in it.
Yeah. He's a good baddie. To be honest, I watched it like literally. I think I said last episode, Bone Tomahawk was the first film I watched when I got back.
Yeah, you lied. Did you?
I lied. I think it was. I think it was this one. What's it called again? Leon.
Leon. For fuck's sake! I assume the character's called Leon as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, my name is Lino.
I'm thinking Jean Reno is the actor in it, and I could.
Hi, my name's Frack. Shit.
I just remembered a good scene in it.
Yeah.
There's a bit where Oh wait, I might get this wrong. I can't remember now.
Good scene.
I think he's like set up a sniper on a roof for her to train it because he trains her to be like an assassin because he's an assassin.
Standard.
And they're on a roof and he's got this sniper, and you think he's going to shoot this civilian, like cold blood. And I think it's like a paintball gun maybe or something like that. I can't quite remember, but it's not. She doesn't actually shoot anyone. It's just like target practice. But yeah, I liked it. It's one of those films everyone bangs on about.
Do you think it's as good as everyone going on about?
Nah, not now.
No?
No, I mean, it's like, it's a good, like you say, 90s, 80s, 90s?
I think it's 90, early 90s. I like that actor who plays Lino. I like him in the 1998 Godzilla.
Oh yeah, the cameraman who gets squished.
You call this coffee?
I call this America.
Yeah, Leon, 7, 10. Done.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna score it. I watched one film last night.
Yep.
Another one I've wanted to watch for ages. Well, it's not been out for ages, but I've wanted to see it for quite a while. Cop Car.
Oh, the Kevin Bacon one. I've heard good things about this.
This guy who directed this is, I think, John Watts.
He's now on to something else now, and he's
doing Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That's it. Yeah.
He's directing that. So I was like, right, I've got to watch the new Spider-Man guy's film.
See what he's about.
Exactly.
Good? Bad? Average?
Okay.
Yeah?
It was okay.
I heard some good things about it, to be fair.
It wasn't fantastic by any means, but it wasn't terrible. Like it was just like, it was an hour and 24 minutes. It's quite a short film.
Yeah.
It feels longer than it is. Another one of these like really drawn out, long at least it feels long.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot really happens in it, but it just takes a long time for anything to happen.
Yeah.
So 2 kids. It never really gets explained, but you get the impression they're running away from home.
Right.
But it's not actually said properly. They're out in the wilderness. They come across this abandoned cop car and basically just start driving it. And
he's a dirty cop though, right?
He's a dirty cop. Turns out he's got a body in the back of the boot, in the bonnet, in the boot of the car. That's about all I'll say. But because I don't want to spoil it, it's not very new. It's not a very old film. So
did he write it as well? The guy who's doing Spider-Man?
Yeah, he was one of the writers on it. Yeah, yeah. It passed the time, but it wasn't like I'm not going to rush and see it again. You know, it had one of these. It's one of these films that had like an ambiguous ending. Like you don't know what's really going to happen at the end, and it's like, oh, make it up yourself, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, like just like I want a filmmaker to have like an idea of how a film ends in their mind. You know, sometimes it's just there was no need to cut it where they cut it, other than to be like, oh, kept you hanging. You know.
Do you think Spider-Man's in good hands now then?
I mean, it wasn't bad, so I don't. But again, I don't know. There's nothing about this film that made me go, yeah, of course, he should do the next Spider-Man film. Like there was no. There's a couple of kids in it, but they're too young, even for Peter Parker. They're like 10 or something. Yeah. And they're sort of like really played up as kids. Like they do stuff that kids wouldn't even really do, like because it seems kiddish. Oh, trying to find an example for you.
You got nothing.
I've got nothing. I
can see the cogs turning, but
top of my head, I can't think of anything. But like, it was stupid. They were being a bit stupid. But like, kids aren't really like that. But I think majority of audiences and critics or whatever would be like, oh, that's exactly like children, you know. But it's not. Like me and you, we're not that far off children, so we can sort of like,
hey,
we can sort of like understand it a little bit more. I think I don't know. Yeah, maybe some kids are that stupid. I don't know, but. There's some real sort of like, because they're kids, you know, like that sort of stuff. Kevin Bacon's good in it. He's really horrible. Like he's fucking evil in the film. Yeah. It feels more like a vehicle for him. He's an executive producer on it as well, so it feels like he's sort of like, give me a starring role in the film.
Because he's sick of doing EE adverts.
You think about it, he's not really.
He hasn't done much.
He doesn't.
First Class. The X-Men one.
But, like, he's never, like, the star of anything. Maybe, like, Footloose, but he's not, like, the star of a film, is he? He's always, like, second character or whatever.
He hasn't done anything for ages, though, hasn't he?
No, not really. Last thing I saw him in was Super.
But that's older than First Class, though, right?
Oh, actually, it might be, yeah. So First Class was the last thing I saw.
And then the rest is just EE adverts in the cinema, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're in America, you don't know what that is.
No,
but,
it's
like, he does, like, cell phone adverts over here.
It's fucked. No one wants him to take it. Can you have him back?
I don't mind those adverts. I think they're alright.
Oh, no.
I don't like the Meerkat adverts anymore. They're starting to annoy me.
They always were annoying.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, Cop Car, it was okay. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because it's not shit, so I can't go like 5 out of 10 but it wasn't great, so I can't say 9 out of 10. You know, it was okay.
I just had a thought for the podcast. I want a button like that you press and it makes a sound.
Brilliant.
So like when you say cop car, whoop whoop, it's the sound of the police. Like a song, it triggers something.
You want a soundboard?
Like a soundboard that's got sound effects. So we say cop car was good, boom, that comes on. Cop car was shit, explosion.
Listeners, Tom really wants a soundboard. Yeah.
Don't fucking bring it up again.
So it's £1 a month, $1 a month. After about 200 months. We can get Tom a soundboard, okay?
And you won't need to hear me anymore, just be my voice replaced by fucking sound effects.
The cow goes moo. What do you think about this, Tom? Cop car is okay.
Alright, cool.
I don't know what this guy's going to bring to Spider-Man to make it stand out-ish. You know?
Well, we've already talked about Civil War, and I think Spider-Man.
I feel
he's on the right path. Regardless of who the director is, I think they know what they're doing now.
Yeah. But This wasn't heavily stylistic, this film, so I think that's probably what's got going for it. He's competent. He doesn't make bad films, but he's a puppet. I think that's what it's going to be. Like, they're going to use him to like make a film, and they'll be the ones ultimately like controlling it. That's what they tend to do. They tend to get like directors that have had like a decent film. Yeah. Nothing groundbreaking, but like they go, all right, okay, you're competent. You can make a film. Yeah. We'll get you on board, and then we'll be the ones that ultimately control it. I think that's what it'll be. Should we move on to film news?
Yeah, because we both not watched anything else, have we?
Nah. So
we're gonna have to, aren't we?
That's it. We've got no more content.
This is when we should have a soundboard. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, either that or music, so then I can like segue to stuff with like little tunes, you know.
Yeah, but then music you need like I don't know.
You use the soundboard again, wouldn't you? You'd have it ready, and then you just press the button and put the dial up, and then put it back down again when it's done, and then be like, oh look.
You get some Tim Westwood style like horns.
Westwood.
Yeah.
I mostly eat pears and shit like that. Shout out to all my pears.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, Rick Ross. That wasn't Tim Westwood. Tim Westwood did the interview where Rick Ross said that shit. That's
should put a link for
that's
the
my
video.
tenuous connection.
Put a link in the description.
Go on YouTube, look up Tim Westwood, Rick Ross pears.
Pears.
And then just watch it. And then watch the spin-off like parodies that people have done. It's just good.
Watch the internet go mad.
Your guide to cinema etiquette from the Countdown Movie and TV Reviews Podcast.
Tip 21.
If your portable telephone rings whilst you're enjoying a film, it is a dick move to answer your telephone and speak at a normal volume during the screening. Instead, exit the cinema and return the call in private.
It should have been off anyway, fuckhead.
For more useful cinema etiquette, join Paul and Wayne on the Countdown Movie and TV Reviews Podcast and Podomatic on iTunes or your favorite podcast app.
Are you afraid of what goes bump in the night?
Have you or your friends ever pondered a conspiracy?
Do you want to know more about the unknown?
If so, then put on your tinfoil hat, sit down, and pick up your computer, tablet, or phone. Go to iTunes or YouTube and search for Secret Transmission Podcast and listen to us try to explain the unexplainable.
Follow us on Twitter for updates on shows.
At Secret Trans Pod. That's SecretTranspod.
Or you can email us suggestions
at secrettransmission@hotmail.com. That's SecretTransmission@hotmail.com.
Hey Fred, check it out. West Texas is in the national news. It says here in the Huffington Post, someone from our town said, oh god damn it.
Awesome. Why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know. Welcome to the Mexi Bro Movie Show, where we use our love of terrible movies
Hell yeah.
to justify our positive outlook of growing up in West Texas.
Well, one of us anyway.
Nice. Each month on the Mexi Bro Movie Show, discover a terrible movie that you can share with you and yours.
Movie reviews and pop culture discussions.
Live music performances and interviews.
Hey, don't forget about the Hot Mexican Minute with Uncle Rob, puto. It'll be the best minute of your life.
Check us out on iTunes or wherever you download your podcasts. And remember to live,
love,
and papas.
And papas. I got your papas right here.
Wait, you did what to who for how many Oreos, Ryan?
I sold an eighth of weed for 2 Oreos and a cupcake.
Oh, did you get fired?
Promoted.
Wow.
That's fucking amazing.
All right, folks. Well, I am Matt Siebert.
I'm Ryan Bennell.
I'm Midnight Smoke.
And we are the Mr. BS Show. We're a little show spread around the country.
We're 3 angry friends who are trying to take over the world. But we don't do it successfully too often, so we just try to make everybody laugh. But I don't do that too often either, so... Fuck you, Matt.
So you guys can find us at the High Altitude Pod Network, which is at thehighaltpod.net.
Stitcher, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
Damn right.
Thanks, guys, and come check us out.
Here's a few reasons why you should be listening to the Unwritable Rant podcast with host Juliet Miranda. She can tell a great story.
If you can't play dead, play drunk. And it works, I swear.
She interviews celebrities that have great stories.
If we have a cousin that's kind of strange, we don't put him away or tuck him away. We set him on an old dryer out in the front yard with alcohol and let him wave at people.
Right. And then you tell your friends about it.
And she's tolerant and loves kids.
So these kids go running up after the ball, and I stand up and I yell, "Kids die in the street all the time."
So head on over to theunwritablерant.com and listen to the show.
Hey guys, this is Bill.
This is Phineas.
And together we're the Tattooed Bananas. We do a comedy podcast, and on our comedy podcast we talk about all kinds of wacky crap, like
Nutscaping.
I'll tuck you in tonight.
Turning your funeral into a funeral.
Can I have an ice pop? Can I have a candy?
Dick fishing, furniture banging, and so much more. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and connect with us with the Potter and Family hashtag on Twitter.
Yeah, don't forget to check out the Instagram. Throw a bag of bagels at someone's head.
Hey, this is Jim Jupiter. And this is Quinn Jupiter. And we're the Jupiter Boys. And you're listening to Moviesaurus Rex, the podcast with Tom and Hooch. Hooch is crazy.
Hey guys, I'm just taking a second out from the show to let you know how you can support the podcast and help it grow. You can follow us on Twitter at MRexPodcast, like our Facebook page, subscribe to us on YouTube where we will post exclusive content as well as our regular episodes, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. You can get our merchandise from our Redbubble store. Just go to redbubble.com and search MRexPodcast. You can become a patron of the show and receive exclusive episodes via our Patreon campaign. To find all of the things that I've just mentioned, just search Moviesaurus Rex Podcast and look for the logo. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show.
We got more news then?
Yeah, we got loads of news, mate.
Oh.
We've got at least 3 bits of news.
Fucking hell.
Plus anything I can think up the top of my head, but I'm probably not going to.
No.
Right, first bit of news. Assassin's Creed trailer.
Okay.
By the time we get this episode out, it'll already been out for like 2 weeks, but I think it's worth talking about anyway. Could this be the first decent video game movie?
I think it looked alright from the trailer.
It looked alright, didn't it?
But then I read that it's only 35%. Well, this is from the producers. Let's just say 35% in ancient Spanish time, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, 65%, is
Modern
modern day, which defeats the point of the film, and because the game, you're the ancient.
In the game, you want to spend in the game you want to spend as little time in the present as possible.
Yeah.
You just want to do all the past stuff.
Yeah. So me and you, we're not fans of the game.
They've inverted it. I don't.
So
yeah, I mean,
I hate it. To be fair,
they're pretty rubbish. Like they're boring. Like they bore me when I play them.
Yeah.
I used to play them to sort of carry on the story. I was just interested in the story, but then after about 3 or 4 games, I just lost interest in that as well. So I was like, there's literally nothing for me to play this.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Go on.
And this is where my hatred for Assassin's Creed stems from.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Christmas. It's roughly around.
Oh, Jesus. You know when you say it was Christmas, you know, it's like you have a really horrible story now. Like, you got burned. Like
big time burn. So, Christmas, when the first Assassin's Creed was like, it was out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what fucking year that was.
2007.
Ages ago, because they've got like
2007.
Okay.
September 2007.
You know this?
I got it day one.
Okay, so Christmas 2007.
Pre-ordered that shit.
It was on my list.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't on a physical list. It was on a.
I know what's going to happen now, but go on.
Yeah.
You say when you say it was on my list.
I didn't get it.
Shocker.
Right. So when we have Christmas, we have like the big tree. And we open them
called
first.
A Christmas tree.
Yeah, like but like a big tree and then a smaller Christmas tree.
What?
And like another decorative Christmas tree, just that sits in like the window.
You have 2 trees.
Yeah, but like one big one with all the main presents, and then for like the afternoon time, we have the little presents that are in the little tree.
Interesting.
So it's just like a way of spacing out and spreading the day. It goes longer. Okay.
Okay.
So you're not just like blowing your load all in the morning.
Yeah.
You got some more stuff to look forward to.
Okay.
So
I like the sound of this.
Morning comes, open up my presents. All right, sweet. I got something. Didn't get Assassin's Creed though, Mum.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything though, because why would I? I don't want to be a cunt.
Yeah.
But
Because you might get it in the
Exactly.
afternoon.
I'm thinking, all right, I'll have my lunch.
Did you like start looking at the presents and being like, that's DVD shaped,
Yeah,
that might be Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I was eyeing them up.
Yeah.
See something in the tree that maybe is that.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Wasn't Assassin's Creed.
It was a wooden duck or something.
Well, they get pretty crafty about how they fucking
I know.
package up socks and stuff these days.
I know.
But no, it wasn't socks. I don't know what the fuck it was. But the point is, I didn't get Assassin's Creed. So therefore, I was like, no, never playing this game. You can fuck off, Ubisoft. You can stop making these games because I got burned hard.
It wasn't their fault.
It is their fault.
It was your parents' fault. Well, you should have gone and bought it like I did.
No,
yeah?
because I was like so excited to play it. I thought this game looked fucking awesome. Jumping off like big clock towers with a knife in my as a middle finger sort of thing, stabbing old century people. Didn't get it for Christmas.
Old century
Not interested.
people.
So
you weren't missing out, to be fair.
I know because my friend let me borrow it.
So shut up then.
Still, it's a memory of mine that is.
Get rid of it.
It's why
Get rid of the memory.
It's why I dislike it.
Your parents didn't buy you a shit game, and you got to play it anyway.
I should be happy.
So
I should be
what's-
happy. I should be happy.
Exactly.
And I watched my brother play for Assassin's Creed 2. That was shit. But I think if I'm going into this film,
Yeah.
I need to repress all those memories, and I think I need to just treat it as a film and not.
We need to get you
not
in
some-
an Animus-style machine that, instead of bringing old memories back, suppresses new memories. Yeah.
Someone needs to incept me.
You need to put your old memories in the past,
Yeah.
rather than bringing the past memories to the present.
Yeah, but the film looked alright.
Yeah.
Like from the trailer.
Apart from that Kanye West bullshit.
Get over the Kanye West song. I saw
No!
people. I
No.
saw right a petition that was like remove Kanye West music
That's
from
ridic-
Assassin's Creed.
That is ridiculous.
First of all, it's trailer music.
Yeah.
Not gonna be in the fucking movie.
I know
You
it's,
dimwit
I
twat.
know it's not going to be.
I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking to Planet Earth here because
Yeah.
you need to listen. Just because they use a song in Kanye West, they use a Kanye West song for a trailer, does not mean it's going to be in the film. So
Oh my God.
don't go out.
Oh my God.
Don't go out of your way to make a fucking petition. Go do something more productive.
Yeah.
Talk to a girl.
Talk to a girl, or bring up past memories of Christmases where
Well,
you've been burned.
Now I'm crying. Anyway, I'm not going to judge it though on those.
The only reason I'm bringing up the Kanye thing is because I'm like, look, you're marketing a film.
Yeah.
What the fuck has Kanye West got to do with olden day Spain?
No, but the song. It doesn't
Because
matter
he-
about the song. The
because
song
he
it's got a beat, and it just goes. It doesn't go. But
Doesn't,
like, I mean,
it
just-
doesn't match. It doesn't match. It just seems mismatched. But
I think
that's the argument for that.
I just think everyone just doesn't like Kanye West, and I'm not.
I
Kanye
don't.
West is a dick, but some of his music's alright. So get
Yeah.
over it, people.
That's the summary on Kanye West. That's pretty much our official stance on Kanye West.
Yeah.
Some of his music's alright. He's a bit of a dick.
He could be our first patron though. Imagine that.
Oh, just an angel donation of $1 million.
Yeah,
Because what's $1 million to him? It's fucking nothing.
No,
It's
he's in
pocket change.
loads of debt, isn't he? Apparently.
So he says. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you're excited for the Assassin's Creed film, though, are you?
I was until I heard about this 35%, 65%.
Yeah, that
thing.
seems like a kick in the fucking nuts, doesn't it?
So let's say it's 2 hours long, and it's set in the past. How are you going to set up and pay off an elaborate story set in the past in 35% of 2 hours?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna. It's just gonna be like little flashbacks of him like doing stuff, killing people. I hypothesise that all that stuff in the trailer, the free running stuff and all
Yeah.
that's just one sequence.
Yeah.
That's just like the first time that he's an assassin, and it's probably going to be one great sequence with like a couple of little minor shitty action bits spread out.
Yeah.
But then the most of it's just going to be set in modern day. It's going to be Michael Fassbender about getting all these assassin powers so that he can then break out of the Animus and be free again. That's
Yeah.
what it's going to be, isn't it?
Sounds like it. I've got a question.
And it's going to be, it's going to be like bait for like a sequel. It's just going to be like starting up a franchise rather than being a.
I think that's probably the plan, yeah.
Self-contained-
Because there's a fuckload of games, isn't there? So why not make a
Exactly.
fuckload of films? Because all these nerds are going to want to watch it, aren't they?
Nerds.
I wanna
Nerds
know.
like us, though. to
How
be
does
fair.
how does Fassbender
Yeah.
free run with a dick like his? You seen his Willie?
I haven't seen it, no.
I've seen it.
Actually, I watched Shame.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, though. Not memorable. Not memorable dick.
Well, his dick was memorable to me. I just feel like if you're free running with that thing in between, you ain't getting very far. You're getting caught and stabbed. Onwards, Hooch.
Oh, dear. One thing I did like about it, the animus is.
Oh, I thought when I said onwards, Hooch.
Yeah, no, I forgot about what you just said. I've got my own agenda.
Oh, right, okay.
I just want to add this one little thing. Like I thought what they did with the animus is quite cool. Like the fact that it's like this robotic arm machinery thing, rather than him just laying down.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very exciting.
Yeah, that's probably the greatest thing that this film's got to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
onwards. But only because I said it.
Oh, okay,
you
cool.
see. Little bit of news that came out today, or the day we recorded this, anyway. They're going to make another Carry On film, which might not mean a lot to American audiences, but to English audiences, you know what a Carry On film is.
They'll know what the.
I'm sure they're aware. That's Benny Hill, mate.
He's in Carry On, though, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I thought he was. Google it. You didn't even do your research.
Maybe he's been in it at some point.
I'm going to Google it right now.
I've seen a lot of the Carry On films. I don't really feel like I need to research it, to be honest.
Is he the matron?
That's Kenneth Williams.
But he's in Carry On.
Matron.
He's in Benny Hill. Carry On films, though, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, they're making at least 2 more Carry On films, apparently.
Why? We don't even know anything about it. I don't know why we're talking about it. Let alone the need to make them.
Right. The reason I was bringing it up is because we're going to get to like our little creative bit of the show where we like pitch each other stuff. Right. Okay. So they're not. They said outright they're not going to try and like find someone that does an impression of like the old people from the old films. They're going to like cast new people. They said they're not going to do stunt casting. They're not going to cast American celebrities and all the rest of it.
Okay.
But they're not us, Tom. So what if we was about to cast a new Carry On film? Who would you pick? Who would you use to launch this new reboot, as it were? So maybe you want to mix English actors with like a couple of American celebs or something.
So we can go against what they said.
We can do whatever we want, Tom.
I'm going to go against everything they said.
Why not?
I'm going to YouTube someone who does impressions of Carry On people.
Okay.
And he's got the job.
And he's just doing them all.
He's doing them all.
He's doing like Jim Carrey in a series of unfortunate events. He's just like every character.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my pitch.
I like the sound of that.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually do. It's not bad. Who would I? You got to have Danny Dyer in there.
Oh yeah, okay, Danny Dyer. Oh, okay.
For fuck's sake, you can.
You seen him? He believes in aliens and shit, don't you? You seen him on?
No.
Oh, have you not seen him on 8 out of 10 Cats talking about aliens?
No.
Oh mate, we'll go watch that.
Okay,
we should link that on Twitter as well because I think people need to hear that.
All right.
See that.
Okay. Who else? I'm trying to think. Oh, Ray Winston.
Okay, yeah, a bit of Ray.
So you've already got like your sort of rough covered.
Yeah.
You got Danny Dyer and Ray Winston. You know what I mean? I'm all about the experience. I'm here to kill your monster. You slag. That's my Ray Winston, by the way.
Monster?
Beowulf.
Oh, I've not seen that.
That's good.
Is it?
Watch Beowulf, yeah.
I want Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah. All right, okay.
Because I think he can do funny. If he tried.
Really?
I think if he tried.
You think he could do funny?
I think he could do funny.
Oh, Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
He can play like the sort of funny-looking, funny guy. Fuck it, we'll get Barbara Windsor back.
I was going to say Peggy Mitchell.
Put her in it.
They just killed her off on EastEnders, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. That's a shame.
Sad times for UK TV.
Yeah. Or at least a small group of people that watch EastEnders.
Still watch EastEnders, yeah.
That's why we had Danny Dyer in, to bring the EastEnders, the new EastEnders crowd in.
It's true.
Kylie Minogue. I'm sure she'd do it.
Well, get a kit off.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm sure...
Well, don't they exploit women in Carry On films? Or am I literally getting confused with Benny Hill?
They sort of used... I suppose it's a little bit... But it was okay back then. It was all right back then, because it was the 60s, and like...
Smoking and being sexist was the thing. If you didn't do that, you weren't cool.
All right, love. That's my Sid James impression. I'm trying to think.
I want to get people that have died.
You want to bring people back for life?
But yeah, put like CG their faces onto people. But we cast really good people to play the film, and then we CG their face.
I don't get what you mean.
So like we CG old like dead people's faces on like A-listers.
What's the point in getting the A-listers?
Because they shouldn't have signed up for this shitty movie to start with. So
no, because our version is going to be good. You see?
I don't think any version will be good.
The version that they're talking about is going to be written by the people that did 2 pints of lager and 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Oh really? I never really liked that.
No, shit.
That's a UK sitcom, I think.
Yeah,
is it a sitcom? in the UK.
I mean, it says it's a situational comedy, but I don't remember it being funny. So
I don't ever remember seeing 2 packets of lager. No, 2.
You did exactly what I just did.
You can't.
I want a bit more casting. I'm trying to think of American A-lists now that we can get in here.
So hard when we don't think of this beforehand.
Yeah.
Think of it on the fly.
Johnny Vegas.
Yeah, actually, that's probably... He's probably the one person that's going to be cast in that film. We could probably guarantee it now.
Actually will be.
Yeah, he probably is already cast.
If
he's not, he's asking his agent to be cast in it now. I bet Michael McIntyre's in it as well.
Oh, gee. Oh, no, now you've opened a can of worms. So, like...
He's so shit, that guy.
Gonna have Michael McIntyre, gonna have fucking Jack Whitehall in there.
Yeah.
As the posh git.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, I'm Jack Whitehall. I'm saying really rude things, but I'm posh, so it's funny. It's like oh, fuck off.
It's literally going to be UK comedians.
Russell Howard. He ain't funny. He ain't funny either. So you're going to have all the unfunny people. You're going to have your Russell Howards. You're going to have your Jack Whitehalls.
Mickey Flanagan. He might be a good shout.
I like Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah, I think he's alright. We should get him in it.
That would bring it up
Yeah.
for me. Like, that would make it, a must-see film. Bit of Mickey Flanagan.
I wouldn't say must-see, but... I wouldn't say must-see film.
Well, no, not must-see, but you know what I mean.
No, I don't. That's why I
You're
questioned
at least getting Mickey Flanagan if you cast him in the Carry On film.
Yeah, true.
We'll get The Rock. Fuck it.
Oh, he does everything. He reboots everything, so actually, he's probably definitely a good shout.
Rebooting Jumanji.
I heard.
I'm not excited about that.
And they're somehow going to pay respect to
Yeah,
Robin Williams.
bullshit.
But how does that work?
It doesn't, does it? It's
No.
just him saying stuff to make
Yeah.
people feel better about the fact that we're getting an unnecessary remake of Jumanji.
Yeah.
I just don't think it needs to exist.
No, definitely not.
Create a different board game and then base a movie on that.
They did that. They fucking did Zathura, didn't they?
Zathura.
Zathura.
Yeah, and that didn't do well either, I don't
No.
think. But it wasn't called Jumanji,
No.
So Sony's just going to be like... Because Sony are fucking turds. They're going to be like, oh, Jumanji. We'll use the name Jumanji. It's everything you remember about Jumanji, and yet it's nothing like Jumanji. And yet it's exactly like Jumanji, because it's a remake of Jumanji. I've said Jumanji too many times, it's got no meaning
said it a
now.
lot.
But yeah, Carry On films. They're coming back, apparently. Whether
Get
you
in the
want them or
fucking
not.
sea.
Get in the ocean. You haven't said that in a while.
No.
Drop it in the ocean.
It should though, right?
I don't remember if I think I might have mentioned this on the show before, but I saw a deleted scene for Titanic. Did I tell you about this before?
Don't think so. Not with me. Who else you been podcasting with?
No one, Tom. Only you, Tom. They meant nothing. In Titanic, she like drops the thing in the ocean. She goes,
Yeah.
She goes, right.
Dozy Mare dropping the fucking £1 million diamond in the sea.
Could have sold it.
Yeah.
If you didn't want it, just sell it.
She could have sold it, made the money, and cloned Leonardo DiCaprio
Exactly.
and had him for life. It's like a sex toy. Just saying.
Oh god. Yeah, and there's a deleted scene.
Yeah.
There's a deleted scene where, not a deleted scene. It's like an alternate version of the film. She's like at the boat and she's on her own and she drops it. There's another version where she's like about to drop it, and then Bill Paxton. Is it Bill Paxton?
Yeah, I think I've seen this.
He comes along and he's like, "Don't do it! Don't drop the jewel of the ocean!"
Yeah.
And then she turns around with her back to the sea, and then she flings it behind her and chucks it in the ocean.
Yeah.
But the best bit is she does the noise again. So even in the alternate version of the film, you still have her going. I don't know. I just love that.
Why are we talking? Were we talking about this for a reason?
Because you were talking about dropping it in the ocean, and it just made me
Oh,
think
right,
about
okay,
the noise that she made. And then, yeah.
Do you know what would be really cool, right?
You should know by now that it doesn't take a lot for
No.
me to sort of go off on one.
But if she turned around,
Yeah.
and then she had some Total Recall style like fetus under her gown, she takes the gown off.
I think you just want to see an old naked woman.
Yeah, but like a fucked up old lady. 3 tits as well. I think I started watching Total Recall the other night,
Yeah.
and I didn't finish it. I'm kind of just Total Recall
You
going
don't
around my
finish any
head.
fucking film. You didn't finish a
No,
Lego
it's,
movie.
it's
You
like
didn't
fucking 12:30 at night. I was tired.
Stop watching films too late.
It's not my fault. ITV4 put it on at fucking 11:30. Stupid wankers.
Never watch a film on ITV because you get half of it's adverts.
True.
You know?
It's true.
I always see that a film's on TV and then be like, now can I watch this literally any other way? Is it on Netflix? Have I got it on DVD?
Yeah.
And I'll just go and watch it then.
Yeah.
You know? Because then I'll have finished it and then the mug's watching it on TV. I'll be like,
Oh, I'm still awake.
Halfway through the film now. It's 3 a.m. Got work in the morning. Completely forgot what I was talking about.
Did we have an end point? We were talking about... What was we talking about? Titanic?
Oh, we were talking about carry-on films.
I've
sort of given up on that now, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the listeners have as well.
We'll throw that in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the sea.
It's like a little ocean noise.
I thought it was the Total Recall fetus making a weird noise.
Oh yeah, you was going on about that. So like, she lives a girl up, she's got a fucking fetus. Then what?
Oh, I don't know. Just Bill Paxton says something.
Brilliant.
I literally had no thought of it, other than I wanted to bring Total Recall into this conversation.
Jesus. Can it be like Billy Zane, but as like a little weird mutant
Could
fetus?
be someone from Titanic, actually.
And then it just starts laughing.
No, it's Rosie O'Donnell. I've decided.
Why?
Because she's in Titanic.
No, she ain't.
She is.
What do you mean she's in the Titanic?
Rosie O'Donnell's in Titanic.
Fuck off.
Yeah, she's the fat bird. Is it Rosie O'Donnell?
That's That's not Rosie O'Donnell.
Who is it?
That's Kathy Bates, you moron.
Where the fuck did I get Rosie O'Donnell from? John Goodman's there as well. Well, they had a TV show together. Rosie O'Donnell.
You're thinking of Roseanne.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that weren't Rosie O'Donnell either. And it weren't Kathy Bates. It's just another woman.
Really? No, it was Rosie O'Donnell. Sure.
Tom, no.
Stop laughing. Oh, God.
She's been in, Rosie O'Donnell was in Flintstones. That's what you're thinking of, the fucking Flintstones.
I can categorically tell you that she was definitely not in Titanic.
Yeah, I knew that, Tom. Unless she was like someone in the background who was in the ice or something.
Okay, so she was in...
She was in Flintstones. She was Betty from Flintstones.
Okay, I know that. All right, stop going about fucking Flintstones.
Do you like my Betty laugh?
It's all right.
Hey, Fred. I'm Rick Moranis, Fred. Barney.
It takes literally nothing for you to do that. Oh, God, I'm crying. That was a lot of laughter. We've had fun today, right?
Yeah, we've had a bit of fun.
That was good. Yeah, she wasn't in Titanic. She wasn't in Roseanne.
I know.
Who the fuck is in Roseanne, then?
Some other lady.
Is Roseanne similar to that song? Roseanne.
Fuck off. Shut up. Shut up.
I think we should fucking mop this up, shouldn't we?
You're talking shit.
Right, Roseanne. John Goodman's in this, though, I'm sure.
John Goodman's in Roseanne.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's her husband.
Right, so there is another fat lady in that, though.
Yeah, but it ain't who you're thinking.
She's called Roseanne Barr. Johnny Galecki's in it.
Who's that?
Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, brilliant.
Just saying.
Great.
Right, I'm going to go
if
home
you wanna,
and
if
watch Roseanne, I think.
if you want to watch that guy in something decent, watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Which you haven't seen, I know for a fact.
No.
Because we talked about it before.
Yep.
That's the only good thing he's been in. Hate Big Bang Theory.
Oh, sorry, I coughed right into the mic there. I'm just losing all fucking...
Sorry, it's just my eardrums. Don't worry about it. Let's move on.
We're not wrapping up. I thought we were done.
No, we're not wrapping up, mate. No.
Shit, I thought we were done.
We can really have fun with this next bit.
Oh, really? Have we not just had our fun?
The internet's been having fun with this next bit.
Yeah.
So I think we can have a little bit of fun at this bit. Okay. So, at the time of recording this, yesterday, Sony released a brand new trailer for Ghostbusters. The reboot.
We're doing this, are we?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna go bitch about how crap this new one looks.
I am.
All right. Okay. Right. We're gonna sit here and bitch about how crap this new one looks. All right. Now let's put this out there right now. This has nothing to do with gender.
No.
I don't give a shit what gender or race anyone is in these films. Right. It's just the fact that this film is being made
to start with
cynically by Sony, cashing in on the Ghostbusters name, and it's going to be a complete retread of the original.
Mm-hmm.
They've only had 2 Ghostbusters films. It's not like they've done all the stories that you could do, but instead they've just sort of gone, oh, fuck it, reboot. Let's just start it again. We're lazy. We can't be asked to find a way to tie this into the old film's chronology. They'd just be like, oh, new Ghostbusters, isn't it? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And
from this trailer, it looks like they might as well have just said this is an out remake, like, because it ends with the fucking marshmallow like ghost giant thing, which might as well be the Stay Puft.
Well, I'm guessing it is. I'm sure it is.
They've come out and said thing's called Rowan, whatever it is. It's called Rowan, right?
The fucking thing's got a name now.
So they're just like...
God, this just it gets worse, doesn't it?
They're like, look, this isn't a remake of Ghostbusters. Do you know why? Do you know why, Tom?
No.
You know that big giant ghost thing that they fight at the end? That's not Stay Puft. It's Rowan. So this film's completely different and valid in existing, okay?
No.
That's
my comment. No.
Yeah. No, look.
But the problem with...
It doesn't...
This film, right?
Yeah.
So, Ghostbusters, to me, isn't a comedy. It's funny because the people that are in it...
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, the dialogue is not overly, like... It's not jokes per minute. It's like it's the way they deliver it. And,
it's just a science fiction.
Yeah. It's not a comedy. But now they're trying to force in all this... It's just missed the point.
And it was never a comedy first, was it?
No.
There was humour in it.
Yeah, because of the cast.
And that came from the characters.
Yeah.
And
the actors they got. Because
it was about how these people dealt with this very surreal situation.
Yeah.
Whereas they've gone about it the other way and they've gone, let's make this a comedy that just happens to be about Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But when people try and be funny, as you'll probably know from sitting opposite me, it just don't fucking work. You know?
And this is clear evidence that it's not going to work.
The motivations behind it are just completely wrong.
Yeah.
If they was going to make another Ghostbusters, they should have made it a continuation of the other two.
Yeah.
Or they just don't bother.
I was on the understanding before this one was announced that the only sequel you'd ever get to Ghostbusters or new Ghostbusters would be if all of the original cast were involved.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that now because...
You can't do that because Harold Ramis
died.
And that, isn't it funny that, like, the minute he died, Sony just jumped in and went, "Oh, we're making a new Ghostbusters.
That's the point.
Deal with it."
He wrote the originals, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, that is funny actually. But Bill Murray, I mean, is he going to make a cameo in this?
They're all apparently making cameos in it, but it's not like as their old characters. They're just random taxi driver number one or whatever, which just seems like a waste. Why didn't they just make another sequel? It's the old guys passing on the torch to a new generation of Ghostbusters. That would have been fine.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to do that because they didn't want to tie this to the old films because they thought, no, we'll make a new franchise from Dot. And they're talking about doing like a male-led spin-off as well and then a sequel to this and then making it its own universe. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I think if they were to do it, I mean, Harold Ramis dying is obviously sad, but that could have been a reason for the original cast to come back for his funeral, say.
In the film, you mean?
In the film, in the film. And them having children or something, they've all got kids, and then they could have passed it down that way.
Yeah.
Because these are all old men that can't do this job, they want to retire, because at the end of the day, being a Ghostbuster is a job.
Yeah.
But no, then they have to fucking, hit the reboot button and...
Maybe they had to give
do all
up.
This shit that
they had to give up because of their age.
Yeah.
And then now they're passing the torch, or maybe the Ghostbusters haven't been around for a while because they had to give it up. Maybe they gave it up when their friend died. Maybe Harold Ramis' character died during a ghostbusting incident.
Yeah.
And they're like, right, this is too dangerous. We've got to just stop it.
Yeah.
And then maybe they thought they put it all to bed. Like there's no more ghosts or anything.
Yeah.
They've sorted out all the leaks and whatnot. And then now someone started it up again. Like the ghosts are coming back. You know, something like that.
But no,
they just went, do you know what? Really can't be bothered to like think of a way to fit this new film into the chronology of only two other films. I mean, we're going to have our cake and eat it. We're going to call it Ghostbusters. You know, we're going to have the old guys in there as like minor cameos and stuff. We're going to have the theme tune. We're going to have the car. We're going to have the logo. But you know, this is completely new. This is fresh. Like, you know.
And let's not bother writing a script. We'll just get loads of people that can improvise.
Yeah, because we
can make unrelated jokes.
We won't be funny.
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of improvisation.
Absolutely, you can tell already. It's just like, I want to go see a film and be thoroughly surprised and it be decent. You know, I don't want to go in hating this film, but the marketing for it just really isn't doing it for me. And the fact that it's Sony and the way that they've gone about making this, it's just all coming from the wrong places for the wrong reasons, and that's why it's nothing to do with casting decisions or what have you.
Yeah,
it's just, and I'll put it out there right now, I'm not even a big Ghostbusters fan, but I'm pissed off for the people that are a fan of it.
Yeah,
the way it's being treated, because I've been treated like this with stuff that I like, you know, like Spider-Man and Terminator and all the rest of it, like. When someone takes something that you love and they just don't pay it the respect, you get angry.
Definitely.
So what would we do?
Find every copy of Ghostbusters and throw it in the sea.
What, of the old Ghostbusters?
No, the new one.
I'm not going to do that because that just sounds like a lot of hassle. Yeah.
Worth it. Tell you. No, I mean, we haven't seen it, so, I mean...
It could be brilliant, and I hope it is.
I want to try and go in or not.
I hope it's...
I will see it. I'll see it.
I hope it is brilliant, because then, after it's a critical and financial success, studios will be able to be like, right, we can cast all female leads, and it doesn't hurt our box office. It's been proven. But unfortunately, this film probably will do poorly in both respects, and it'll only damage, that sort of casting decision going forward.
Yeah.
But what would we do if we were given the keys to the Ghostbusters franchise? So imagine this film wasn't being made.
If they gave me the keys?
They said, look, we've got Ghostbusters 1, we've got Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
Now what do you want to do with it? What would you do?
I'd take the key. I'd melt it down to nothing. And then pour that metal on the person's face who gave me that key.
You'd be like, right, wait there a minute. I just got to get my
How long does it take to melt down a key? Probably not that long, right?
I've got to get my smelting equipment out.
Yeah, smelters are pretty hot as well, aren't they?
Oh, just let me build the fire up here.
Yeah.
We got some good embers coming on now. Oh, this metal's
and
getting
then
rather warm.
burn him.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, like, I don't even have a thought on what to do with... Like, well, no, actually, no, what I just said while we were talking about it. But I don't want to see it, though. I literally don't want to see another Ghostbusters film.
It's done.
Yeah.
Leave it.
That cast was the Ghostbusters. If they're not interested in doing it, respect it.
Yeah.
Done. Game over.
Okay.
Sorry later. See you later.
That's fair. I'm going to come at it from a different angle.
Of course you are. I'm always the negative one, and you're the one that, like...
I'll, try and spin gold out of any old shit, yeah? Because I want things to succeed. I want things to do well. But Hollywood just keeps time and time again telling me, no, we can't do it. We can't do it, Hooch. It's impossible. We've got all this money and these properties, and we just don't know what to fucking do with them. Right? So this is what you do.
Right.
Sony is so insistent on crossing over their franchises and building new universes, right?
Can we just comment on the Men in Black / 21 Jump Street?
What were you going to say about it?
Well, that's a fucking bad idea as well.
That's terrible.
Why is that happening?
These are two properties that just don't belong together. Yeah?
Ever.
I don't know why you're going to do another Jump Street, for one. I can see why you want to carry on Men in Black, but to cross those two things over, that just makes no fucking sense.
No. So what is it going to be, like an R-rated comedy now? Cause...
Probably.
So there's going to be like a dick jokes in a Men in Black film?
Probably.
Anyway.
I really hope they don't do it, but anyway.
They are. I'm sure there was news recently that said it's actually a thing.
They've said officially they want to do it, but whether it will happen or not, the power's in the hands of the internet, people. If you don't want it to happen, don't go fucking see the film.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can vote these days. Just don't bitch about something and then go see it.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're only making it worse. Wait. And then see it for when it's on TV or something.
Yeah.
If you really have to see it. But anyway, I digress. So this is what I would do. Right. So you've got the old Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're as old as they are now, so it's set in present day.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 and 2 happened. Okay. Bring Rick Moranis in, even though he doesn't want to act anymore. We bring him back in, because we all like seeing Rick Moranis.
He's a good bloke as well.
Very good bloke. And ghosts haven't been around for a while, like I said. Maybe they put an end to it, or it died down a bit, and ghosts aren't as troublesome as they used to be, because they know they're just going to get busted and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But then a new breed of ghost has started wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
But there's something a bit different about these ghosts, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
They're not human.
Right.
And you got Bill Murray.
Wait.
And you got
ghosts aren't human anyway.
Yeah, but the ghosts of they're ghost of humans, aren't they?
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
I can tell this is going south already.
Anyway, and Bill Murray is like training a new group of Ghostbusters, a new team up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Youthful folk.
Yeah.
Who are going to be ready to combat this new threat.
Yeah.
But they're not equipped for this. It's way out of their expertise. These aren't the ghosts that they're used to dealing with. They're a new version of ghost.
Right.
What's different about these ghosts, Tom?
I don't know. I feel like you're going to tell me, though.
They're fucking alien ghosts, Tom.
Jesus Christ. I was about to drop my mic there and walk out the room. That was the moment.
They're alien ghosts. They're ghosts that are from a completely different fucking planet. They're the souls of beings that have been killed on this planet, and they're trapped here, you see?
Right.
Who are they going to call? Fucking Men in Black.
Oh, no. He did it.
So Sony's going to have their Men in Black with whatever crossover.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Men in Black and Ghostbusters, because those are two franchises that have always felt very similar. They deal with different things.
Okay, I can see where you're
But
coming
they're
from.
the comedy-action hybrid, you see?
Yeah.
So
This
now you-
alien ghost, though, is fucking dumb.
No, it isn't. What? You got human ghosts. Why wouldn't you have alien ghosts? It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But this means you have two franchises that sort of, if you've got a cross Men in Black over with something that Sony owns.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Ghostbusters would be a good fit, no? Because you've got the team of the Ghostbusters working with the team of the Men in Black. The Men in Black don't deal with ghosts. They don't understand that side of it. And the Ghostbusters don't deal with aliens, so they don't understand that. So you've got two teams with different skill sets working together. The results are hilarious. They're action-filled. And you suddenly just opened both the Ghostbusters realm and the Men in Black realm. There's no reason why these two things couldn't have existed
No,
together.
and I'm scared that now someone's going to hear this.
I hope someone does hear it. And I hope they hear it and then go, oh, you know that 22 Jump Street Men in Black crossover we was going to do? That is absolute bullshit. We were just really sort of searching for something there. But no, someone's come along giving us like a more logical thing. I think people would be a lot more happy about that. Because it seems the people, a big contingent of the people that like Men in Black would probably like Ghostbusters and vice versa. I'm not saying you have to get Tommy Lee Jones and
I want Tommy Lee
Will
Jones.
Smith back.
I
I would prefer it, yeah.
Yeah.
But if they don't want to do it anymore, it doesn't matter. There's loads of Men in Black. The same way it's going to be new Ghostbusters. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't know what happens after that. I just
No.
let your imagination run wild. You've got alien ghosts knocking about, and the Ghostbusters and the Men in Black are teaming up, and they're like, you know, trying to defeat them. Brilliant. No.
I don't know.
We're living in the age of the crossover, and,
Get used to it.
and building universes in films. It's going to happen, so you might as well make it like entertaining rather than weird Frankenstein creations that don't seem to make any sense.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. They would suit more than the 22 Jump Street one, but
Exactly.
I don't want it to happen.
But it's going to happen.
No, please. I'm begging you.
It's happening. Hollywood has spoken. All right. To play devil's advocate, what would you cross Ghostbusters over with? You have to cross it over with something, yeah? Or Men in Black. You can choose either or. You have to cross something over with something else. What would you pick? It has to have either Ghostbusters or Men in Black in it. So what would be the other half that you would combine those with?
I don't know. The only thing, for some reason, I keep thinking of that fucking shitty Ryan Reynolds film that was basically Men in Black and Ghostbusters. That
R.I.P.D.
R.I.P.D.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Don't know why it came into my head, but for some reason it did.
I think it's actually made by the same people that did Men in Black, so...
Well, there we go. I don't know. Men in Black and...
Brilliant.
I literally have nothing. I just can't think of things like this like you do.
What do you do when you're on the toilet, Tom? What do you do when you're having a shower? All I do is
Shower
think
thoughts.
Think of these...
Tell you an interesting thought I had in the shower the other day.
Go on.
Right, so
me with
gorillas.
it. You what?
Gorillas.
All right.
They're pretty fucking strong already, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they could kill a man, they could pull your arm off, beat you to death with it.
Absolutely.
Like, you're fucked as a gorilla.
I mean,
They're big.
it's happened.
Yeah, they're big.
People have died by gorillas.
Yeah. So now, if you take a gorilla and train him, like weight training,
Yeah.
how much stronger could a gorilla be? You ever think about
Yeah, it'd be very strong. Be a lot stronger.
that? Like, how dangerous does that gorilla pose to humans?
I mean, you could still shoot it and it'll die. So it wouldn't be a great threat, would it?
It's true.
You'd have to shoot it a lot, probably.
I reckon a lot, yeah.
You'd at least have to like throw a grenade at it. Unless it knows how to throw grenades back at people, then that is fucking dangerous.
If it can weight train and build its mass up like that, then why not? It could probably catch things and throw them back. That's what I think about in the shower.
So you would have to... Let's take guns out of the equation. To take down a gorilla, the way you're describing it, you'd have to train up another animal to defeat it. So
We've just worked out...
What would you pick?
King Kong sequel. We've just worked it out, haven't we?
Yeah, basically.
We train another gorilla, but train him, like, well. Get, like, some Olympic people to train him and shit. Get him on treadmills, running around track. And he can fucking take down King Kong. Doesn't matter how big King Kong is.
Put it on steroids.
Well, we want to be ethical to it. You don't want to be, like, fucking Lance Armstrong.
Sure, you're forcing it to do laps.
Yeah,
on
but
the
we're doing it
circuit
ethically.
and-
We'll give him some like protein shakes and stuff, but
Okay.
no actual anabolic steroids.
All right,
That's just,
then.
that's just
Okay.
cruel.
Um,
Anyway, do you want to inject a fucking gorilla with
No,
steroids?
I don't want to try
Do you want
it.
to see an angry gorilla on steroids? No.
I don't want to try that.
But anyway, we train him up hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how small he is, like in comparison to King Kong.
Mm.
That monkey is fucking strong. Can take King Kong down.
I'm going to come at it from a different angle.
All right.
Giant squid.
Oh, no, not these giant mega squids and crocodilus or whatever they are.
Giant squids exist. It's not something I've made up.
Oh fuck! Do you want to know? I saw one in New Zealand. A dead one they pulled out of.
Oh really?
Yeah, a dead one. They like if you Google colossal squid.
Yeah.
The first image you will see is this one that I saw in a museum in Wellington in New Zealand.
Nice.
And it's a big giant colossal squid that's been embalmed in this box. Ugh, disgusting things.
What an amazing fight you would have with a colossal squid and a beefed up gorilla.
Yeah, but
It's
gorillas
like
on land, squids are in sea. Like squids
but-
can't really come out of the water.
Yeah, they can. Can't. I know. That's octopus.
Octopus
isn't it?
can chill on the beach for a bit, but I think even then
they
they don't
can
like
walk
to.
about though, can't they?
Yeah.
Because I saw a video the other day of someone like spooked a squid.
Yeah.
And it like just got up on all 8 legs and just like walked about.
yeah.
It's fucking freaky.
Yeah, they're fucking weird.
All right, maybe not a squid. That's a terrible idea. I'll put that to bed. I think Jupiter Boys podcast talked about gorilla versus tiger or lion.
Yeah.
So maybe you beef up a lion or something.
Yeah, but they don't need to fight to each other. They should fight King Kong. This is the film we're trying to establish here.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about a giant lion taking on King Kong.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't really train a lion.
You can. There's circus lions.
No, but I mean you can't train it to weightlift, can you? Because
No, it's true. It ain't
walks
got
on
the
all
same.
fours, so
It's going to have to be a monkey.
it could really train its tail up, I suppose, like lifting weights for that.
Yeah.
You're the best. You know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, there we go. We've sorted it. Fuck all this Ghostbusters stuff. We're doing King Kong.
King Kong. Which they are doing anyway. They're doing another King Kong film. And then they're doing King Kong versus Godzilla.
Godzilla. How does that work? Because we were just talking shit there. That was shit. But
No, it wasn't. We're talking about it as gold.
Godzilla lifts up his foot, squishes King Kong.
How big is
Game over.
How big is King Kong going to be in this new film, though?
He's going to have to be fucking size of the Empire State Building, not a little monkey climbing up it. He'd have to be the size of it.
But that's the point. Maybe it can literally just climb all over Godzilla, and
Well, that's
it's
the
so
only-
it's so
yeah.
fast and nimble that like Godzilla can't like.
I know he's got little
sway
stubby
it.
arms,
Yeah.
but you've got to deploy King Kong to take down Godzilla to start with. How's he going to get to Godzilla's like bottom to climb up him? He's going to have to go to the ground level where he could potentially be squished.
What if Godzilla dies and it leaves an egg, a bit like the 1998 film, and it's like baby Godzilla, so it's not the size of Godzilla, but it is technically a Godzilla, and it's more like King Kong size.
Yeah.
You see, I think that either that or you like get King Kong and you put like Batman v Superman Batman armor on it, you know,
Yeah.
and then maybe then it's ready to take on King Kong.
I just think there's a lot of options that.
So many options.
So many options that they're not going to get. They're going to do something stupid.
They're going to do something
And
very
they're not
boring.
They're not
and
going to listen
plain.
to us. They're not listening to us.
I always had this idea for a film. I think since I was about 14, and this is like the ultimate crossover film.
Okay. I like the way we've gone off on this crossover sort of thing.
And I think subconsciously I made this podcast just so I could have a platform to get this stupid idea out to people, right? Rather than me.
Or just out of your head.
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's
either
driving
or.
you crazy.
It's not driving me crazy, Tom. I did make a concept poster on Paint once for this, though.
Paint?
Yeah.
Sound crazy to me.
I'll try and find it. I don't know if I have the picture somewhere. I'm sure I do, if I look hard enough on, like, a USB pen or somewhere. So it was King Kong versus Godzilla, but it was, like, the Godzilla from 1998.
Right.
So they literally found the egg at the end of that Godzilla, and they did what I just said to you, where
Yep.
they train up the baby Godzilla, and they put it on an island with King Kong. They cloned the dead body of King Kong from the 1930s, from the Peter Jackson film.
Yeah.
So we crossed those two over, right? And then they put him on an island. It's not Skull Island, though. It's fucking Jurassic Park Island.
Isla Nublar.
And there's dinosaurs running about. So it's a bit like the Peter Jackson King Kong film, but like these are better dinosaurs. They're like, you know, proper like Jurassic Park
The ones
dinosaurs.
people want to see.
Yeah. They're fighting on the island, right? But it's not just a film where King Kong beats Godzilla about for fucking ages.
No.
Because that would be boring.
It would be.
You need other stuff, other conflicts to break it up. You know?
Yeah.
So every now and then, this film becomes like episodic in a way.
Right.
It flitters between these different stories, and they all sort of converge at the end. Okay. So you've got King Kong versus Godzilla on Jurassic Park Island. So they're fighting each other. They're fighting the dinosaurs, all the rest of it. Island's big, yeah? There's other stuff that can happen on this island while they're doing that business. Fucking spaceship lands.
Oh,
or crashes. Sorry, it crashes.
You were a weird child, right?
And then out of it...
To make a concept post of this, I can't even imagine what that looked like.
And then out of it... I'm not even getting weird yet.
No? It's weird as hell.
It's my greatest creation.
Right.
Besides this podcast, right? And out of this crashed spaceship, a xenomorph, like, just sort of fucking flies out. Like it's escaping. Predator jumps out of the spaceship, starts shooting lasers at it, trying to kill it. So now you've got this Predator trying to take down an alien.
Yeah.
And it's like beefed up alien. A bit like the beefed up gorilla. Like, it's a beefed up alien. This isn't like your normal xenomorph. So like it's going to take the whole film for this one Predator to kill this one alien, you see, rather than it being cannon fodder, you see.
Yeah.
So you've got King Kong versus Godzilla, Alien versus Predator, right? And then it's getting out of hand. The government's like, oh, for fuck's sake. King Kong isn't taking down the Godzilla. Like, we need extra help. Or that it's getting out of hand. We're worried that they might get onto the mainland. We need something to take them both down.
Right.
Colonel Thunderbolt Ross comes in. And
Who?
he's from Hulk. and then he's like, I've got just the thing that's going to take down these fuckers. He goes into this cell. It's Bruce Banner. He's like locked up. He's like, look, for your freedom, you're going to have to fight for it. I'm looking at your face right now, and you're just like, you're not even looking at. You're looking at that window, and you're like, what is life?
You can't expect Bruce Banner to go fight an alien, a predator, Godzilla.
They don't know about the alien and the predator. They just talk about Godzilla and King Kong,
okay.
Right? It's like, look, the Hulk is indestructible. There's nothing that can kill you. So surely you can whittle it down.
Yeah.
You can take down these two things. It might take a while, but you can do it. And he's like, oh. And you're saying I'm going to be free after this? And Ross is like, yeah, absolutely. So fucking Hulk's like bounding around the island. And this is like 2003 Ang Lee Hulk as well. So like it's proper jumping everywhere.
Right.
Like all over the place. It can like leap the whole jungle in a bound. And then, you know, there's like beachy areas on the beach.
Beachy areas on the beach. Yeah, I've heard of them. They're called beaches.
Beachy areas on the island. Yeah. Just have this long shot of the ocean coming in, going out, and we track in, and we just see this little speck on the beach, and we keep going. It becomes clear. It's 3 little beach chairs, yeah?
Right.
We track in, and then we cut, and it's the fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks just like chilling on the beach.
Oh my god.
Yeah? And then like, my pina coladas, and the feeler's like, I'm a stove! Where's stove? And then like Alvin like just sings like a pop tune. You know what's current at the moment?
Yeah. I don't know. Nothing. I don't want to hear you sing anything in that voice.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
And then like they're like, oh, it's just a great holiday on this island. Like they don't know about the other shit that's going on.
Yeah.
And then like behind them, there's like this fucking metallic ball. Arnold Schwarzenegger pops up. He's been sent back.
Can I just stop you? This can't be something you thought of.
Well, I'm saying it now, so I obviously did think of it.
What did the poster look like? That's what I want to know.
It was really good. That's my pitch. It was really good.
You were the weirdest child.
Here's this poster. I'm an only child. I have too much fucking spare time. That's why I had enough time to make a fucking podcast. Because I haven't got...
Can I just ask, is it going to end soon?
No, look.
No?
You just stay there.
Right.
Right? People can stop listening if they want, but I'm going to keep going. Okay. The Terminator's been sent back. He's Arnold Schwarzenegger and he's like, my mission is to protect you. In the future, it turns out...
protecting?
Alvin and the Chipmunks. It turns out in the future, in the Skynet War, they're like high commanding generals. Or they like boost morale of the resistance with their great renditions of modern music, you see?
Right.
Brilliant. But like, then they're in danger because there's an alien and a predator and there's Godzilla and King Kong, there's dinosaurs. So you got Terminator like fucking blasting T-Rexes in the face with a gun and like ripping apart a Velociraptor. So you've got to protect them. Hulk's bounding about. You got King Kong versus Godzilla. You got Alien versus Predator. It's a fucking brilliant film. Best film ever.
You're no better than the people you were just telling. Like, don't do Ghostbusters.
Or am I just parodying the people that are actually doing these things right now?
I don't think you're parodying. I think that is genuinely something you would love to see.
Please, so much money. So much to see that. It won't happen because they're obviously all owned by different studios.
No, of course it won't happen. It doesn't matter who owns the fucking thing.
No, apart from that one hurdle, like, this film would absolutely have existed if it wasn't for that right now.
Yeah, alright, cool.
I'm trying to think of a way to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there, but I ain't a miracle worker. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think it's time to end the episode.
Do you have any questions about this great film?
No.
Well,
I think you've answered everything.
I'll try and find the poster and show you. And
No,
if I find
like
it, I'll post it on Twitter.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
At MRexPodcast. That's at MRexPodcast. If you want to see that poster, if I actually do find it somehow.
And we link that Danny Dye video that I mentioned.
If I remember, yeah. Don't look, I'm disappointed.
I'm going to show you it.
You look like you did a minute at the beginning of the episode. What was it when you said something? You were like...
Oh, you said I was going to cry.
Yeah, you look like you were going to cry. You look like that now.
Well, this episode's been going on for like 3 years though, so you can't expect me to remember what happened at the start of it.
Sorry. Ghostbusters is probably out by now. And I'm sure it's great. I'm sure everyone that hated on it saying, oh wow, I'm so wrong. You proved us right again, Sony. Let's make another 3 like this. Brilliant.
God.
Fantastic. Yeah, on that note, goodbye from Hooch.
And goodbye for Tom. Goodbye for Tom? Goodbye from Tom.
I can say goodbye for Tom.
You can say it for me if you want.
Hi guys, I'm Tom. Bye.
Alright, that's your worst impression.
I'm really sad. I never got Assassin's Creed. Grow up. Yeah,
that's your worst impression.
Yeah, it was terrible. I'm glad you said it was my worst though, because I feel like I've done some really fucking terrible impressions in my time.
Yeah, but there was. I can tell you haven't practiced me.
I just realised we've done this whole episode, and we haven't spoken to Brian Blessed once.
Please don't.
I think it's fucking rude.
I can't imagine Brian Blessed sitting there and being quiet though.
Fancy bringing me on the show and not asking me to use my booming voice. You can't.
He would never say that word.
I bet he does.
I don't like to imagine he would though.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Fetch me my meat, you cunt.
And on that note,
yeah, time to go.
Bye. Bye, Brian.
Overstayed. We've overstayed our welcome on this one.
Yeah. See ya.
Goodbye.